You know how it is to be young and in love, not listening to your parents. At 3 a.m., I find my husband standing with an air gun pointed at me at the foot of the bed. I was scared. I was really scared. Throughout that time, I was praying that he would not pull the trigger because my children were sitting next to me. They were babies. I was all frozen up. I did not move. That day changed my life completely. Like every woman, every girl, I also had a dream of a beautiful, loving marriage. Falling in love with somebody, marrying him. That was my dream. But I never thought that this beautiful dream, which I wanted, would turn into a witch hole. Hi, I'm Arti. I'm a working professional and a QMAT teacher. Before becoming all of these, I was witnessing a series of turmoil of abuse, depression, and financial struggles carried by my own dreamlike marriage. Today, I'm here to talk about all these shortcomings and how these shortcomings became a turning point in my life and transformed me into a financially independent, confident, and competitive woman. So, I was born in a South Indian family, very loving and caring family, and I was the first grandchild, so you can imagine how much pampering was involved throughout my childhood. I was loved by everyone, I loved my family, and love was everywhere. I grew up learning that family was important and family should come first. Whether you have bad days or good days, you need to stick for your family. After my marriage, I started questioning this learning. Was family the first thing or it was me? After my graduation, I joined an NGO. I also continued my studies. I did my post-graduation in journalism. Post my post-graduation, I joined a financial research firm, and that is where I met my husband. He lived in the same society. He was known for every wrong reason. He was known for his daredevil lifestyle, wildness, meeting, hanging out with friends, picking up fights. Well, that was my husband. Me being an introvert, coming from a family that protected me from the outside world, meeting him was something very exciting, something attractive about him. He was completely different from what I was. He was a wild man, I was a calm person. Soon, we fell in love with each other. We decided that we were made for each other and we were to get married. But our families did not think so. Our families did not want us to get married. His family was a Christian, so they wanted a daughter-in-law from a Christian background. My family was more worried about the stability that he would get into my marriage. We proceeded. We decided to get married and we did. The initial few months of my married life was not at all easy. My in-laws were not supportive. They never liked me. They wanted everything by their terms. I couldn't eat food until everybody in the house, including my husband, was done eating. I was not served non-veg because that was meant for the family and my husband. My husband would lock the bedroom and give me his share of meat so that I could enjoy it. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel upset about the whole situation because my husband was there for me. I thought that if he's there, I shouldn't be worrying. Soon, we had a daughter. His family never accepted my daughter. They never wanted to babysit her when I had other errands to run. As simple as going and having a bath. I was dependent on my parents. I took their support, needed to get something urgent done. I was dependent on my sister, who was in college back then. Soon, we decided to move out when things got out of hand, when fights increased between the family Arguments increased. I thought now moving out was a good decision because now I have my own life, my own small family I could take care of. My husband supported me. He was doing the job, I was managing the house and the baby. But destiny had something else in mind. I soon got a call from the family saying the grandmother is ill. His grandmother, who raised him, who was very close to him. We had no choice but to move into the family home again. I thought things would remain as they were. But as the first grandson himself of the family, he was also pampered. He decided to quit his job, and this was supported by his family. He never wanted to babysit his own child, take care of his own child. I had to find ways to get a job so that I could fill in the void that was there for the finances of the family, to raise a baby. The distance of where my potential job would be from the house where we were living was 22 kilometers. I changed buses, autos, rickshaws, carried my daughter for 2-3 kilometers just to get one auto to reach on time, drop her out off to daycares, my parents' house. Everything was not even stressing me out, but also my daughter. She started falling ill. And she used to have fever every second week, as high as 103. It was scary. That was the time when I told my husband to choose between us and his family. We moved out again with hope that he would now start working, but nothing changed. He didn't look for a job. He was still used to sitting at home and relaxing, hanging out with friends, having his parties with his friends, coming home drunk. With the pressure of earning, raising my child, and running the house, I still had hope. Hope that things will change. After 5 years, we welcomed our son into the world. I was hopeful that now things would change, but it never did. What changed was now I was suffering from depression and anxiety, which I never thought I could have. I just heard about. Things became worse because I lost my friends. I lost the contacts, my previous colleagues that I was in touch with. I missed out on all the get-togethers with my family. I stopped talking to them. I stopped sharing things with my mom, who was my close friend, who knew everything about me, who understood me well. I was all alone. I became a zombie with no feelings, no emotions. I was never happy. I was not sad either. I was just emotionless. I had no emotions. But at some point, it had to stop. 13 years of verbal, physical, and emotional abuse took its toll on my children. My children started suffering. They suffered the verbal abuse. They suffered the stress that their father brought in whenever he came home drunk. I spoke to my parents. I told them everything, what was going on, what had been happening in last 13 years. Not expecting anything out of them, just to vent it out. But my parents opened their arms and asked me to come back home. I spoke to my children, who matured very early thanks to the kind of environment my husband was giving them. They held my hand and they just said one thing: Mama, let's go to grandma's house. You deserve better. That day, my husband never pulled the trigger. But what was the assurity that thing would never happen again? That trigger would never be pulled again? The words from my kids and support from my family was enough for me to make the decision that I'm not going to wait for the day when that trigger would be pulled. We moved out. I think in these 13 years, that was the first time I saw my parents happy, the smile on their face when they welcome me home, that yes, my child is back. She is safe with us. My kids and I felt safe with them. We were happy, but not for long. Within a year, we lost our mom, my backbone, person whom I never had to say anything. She knew it. She was a mother. It led to me to a severe depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. I did not wish to live because I did not have my backbone. I was lost. But my mom always taught my sister and me never to give up. Never to give up without fighting. Fight till the end. How can I forget all that she had taught, all she had done for me and my sister and my kids? How could I disappoint my parents? How could I disappoint my father? I decided that I will not give up. I will fight. Fight for myself, fight for my mental peace, fight for my children. I started taking therapies, and over the months, I learned to cope with my emotions, my feelings, how to manage my emotions when my life is going down, and how to be happy, how to be fearless, how not to be scared of being happy. I was confident. Now I feel like a young girl who is all peppy, confident, cracking jokes, having fun in life, looking out for myself. But it was not over yet. The financial struggle was still there. I still had debt. I still had to overcome that. Pandemic played an important role in bringing that financial crunch even more heavier on me. While I was wondering what to do, I came across a message on my mom's phone about QMath. My mom was passionate about teaching. She loved teaching. She was amazing. She wanted to do that. So I thought, why not? During the pandemic, tuitions and online learning became a big success. Came forward and brought digital platform for home workers, teachers, and students. They brought them together to help them globally learn math and other subjects, of course. But my mom's dream was QMath. With the support and help of my sister, I joined QMath. And with an amazing training team and mentors, I was successful. I was interested in teaching before because I was teaching underprivileged students, but now it became my passion. I love teaching. I love seeing those smiley faces every day. And I think it wouldn't have happened had I not seen that message and joined QMath. I have some special kids who taught me that you do not need specialized skills to help them learn. But you need to be passionate. You need to be patient. You need to learn yourself to help them learn. From becoming an irritated, always angry and sad woman, today I'm here, passionate, caring, smiling woman. Within 1 year, not only did I have 24 students in my center across the globe, but I also became a training buddy and a mentor. This was a great achievement in my life. The appreciation from the parents was a big deal for me because that was a missing link in my life throughout my professional and personal life. Today, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm working with a foundation and doing QMath. I'm supporting my family, my children independently. I can give everything to them. I shop a lot and I buy things for my dad, for my home, which I could never ever think of before. My dad often jokes that, probably you have more money than how much I have saved in my lifetime. Well, that's not true. I have become more organized in my spending. I have become more wise in handling not even financial but other stratas of life. Today, I'm a single woman and a single mother. Do I miss somebody in my life? Yes, sometimes. Do I want another partner in my life? Maybe, maybe not. Am I regretting what happened? Yes, because I did not listen to my parents and still married a wrong man. And no, because that one mistake gave me two beautiful and caring and loving children. Am I happy? Yes, I am happy because I'm confident. I'm where I used to be. So don't give up on yourself. You are a woman. Be a woman before you become a daughter, a daughter-in-law, a wife, a sister, a mother. Be yourself. Take care of yourself. Groom yourself. Be what you want to be before you play different roles of life. Be a woman. Enjoy your womanhood because you are special. Thank you.
Josh Talks is now a Spotify exclusive podcast. The audio version of our talks will be available only on Spotify. If you like this video and you like to listen to more inspiring stories like this, please follow the Josh Talks podcast only on Spotify.
अगर आप भी इस वीडियो के एंड तक पहुंच गए हैं तो मेरी तरह ही आप भी इंस्पायर जरूर हुए होंगे। आपको भी मोटिवेशन मिली होगी अपने सपनों को पूरा करने की। दोस्तों, सपने तो हम सभी देखते हैं, लेकिन हम में से कुछ ही लोग अपने सपनों को पूरा करने में सक्सेसफुल हो पाते हैं। मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूं कि जो भी इंसान अपने गोल्स को अचीव करने में सक्सेसफुल होता है, उन सभी में कुछ कॉमन स्किल्स होती हैं, जैसे कि अच्छी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स जो कि स्पोकन इंग्लिश से आती हैं। और दोस्तों, हम सभी इस स्किल को मास्टर करके अपनी लाइफ में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं जोश स्किल्स ऐप के साथ। इस ऐप में हम 1 by 1 वोकैबुलरी के नए वर्ड्स, ग्रामर प्रैक्टिसेस, रीडिंग और राइटिंग प्रैक्टिसेस के साथ साथ अपने जैसे अन्य हजारों स्टूडेंट्स के साथ ऑनलाइन इंग्लिश में लाइव बात करके अपनी इंग्लिश को वर्ल्ड क्लास बना सकते हैं। आज ही अपनी सक्सेस की तरफ पहला कदम लें भारत के नंबर 1 स्पोकन इंग्लिश ऐप जोश स्किल्स के साथ।